What's up, guys? Welcome to Daily Refinement. This is day number 3 of Reseller Nightmares, where I try to fix as much of my store as I can in 30 days. I invite you guys to join me on this journey with me and embark on your own journey of fixing your store as much as you can in 30 days. So today I recorded the 148th episode of my podcast called the Resellers Podcast with Tech and Sports. That's crazy. That's almost 3 years of never missing a week. Today we had some cool guests. We had Bold Finds, James in the UK, Mel back from Burnout in Australia. We had Philly Flipper, who was in Philly, but now he's in Florida. Tech and Sports and myself, different sides of the country. So we're talking about what an international powerhouse of resellers chatting. And Philly Flipper said that he has removed a lot of the resellers around him who gossip or maybe don't focus on things that are based on improvement and positive momentum, and just surrounding himself with people who want to build that movement upwards and better, and to make the best with what you have, because there's always going to be a situation where it's not going to go your way, but you can always do something about it. And how much of what I'm doing right now is just the momentum of being around people who want me to win. This is pretty insane, but I don't know if you guys have seen any of the behind the scenes behind my podcast, but Tech and Sports and I, we pay 18 coaches a month to help people. It's a lot. So it's like accounting with the real accountant, Cheryl. We have toy call with Mike. We have a beginner call with Isaiah. He does that 5 times a week. A book club with Brian and Sarah. We have a shoe call with 3 coaches, Alfredo, Nina, and Isaiah. We have Australia call, which is specific to Australia with Mel. UK call with James, Bold Finds. Media call with Jared. Jared also does the card parts call, because those are 2 powerhouse categories. Card sellers, which is Pokemon and sports cards. The video game call with Jack. And the card sellers call is Billy. Video games call and Amazon sellers is Jack Weaver. You guys know him at Video Game Source. Ephemera and Antiques is with Carl. Women's Clothing is with Michelle. I do the Whatnot call on other platform, which we just started talking about Poshmark in that call as well. So other platforms, I talk about those. I'm currently selling on Whatnot and Poshmark. Jeans with Andy. He goes over deep dives on how to sell jeans. Tons of jeans sellers in the group. YouTube and social media call focuses on what we can do to make our channels work. I've been doing YouTube since 2017, and I was taking notes during that call today because I kind of been doing the same thing on YouTube for a long time, so I kind of need to mix it up. And then jewelry sellers, we're still looking for a new host potentially, but Tech and Sports is currently running that call. And then the Tech and Sports Q&A, he does 2 to 20 hours of coaching on Tuesday nights. He'll answer every single question at every single level, which is insane. So that's the behind the scenes of my podcast. A lot of people are wondering about that. There's 2,638 people who subscribe to that. That is an insane amount of people. I'm super grateful for people who support us not only once, but month after month, because we try to deliver as much value as possible. A lot of people are trying to build a community, but they don't put in as much effort as we do. I mean, 18 different coaches that are all paid, trying to bring the heat when it comes to accountability and a new topic every week. That's not easy. And we've been doing this for almost 3 years. So I think it takes a certain amazing system and team to make that work. And 2,600 people paying every month means every single time they're renewing their confidence in the program with their money. Otherwise, they would cancel. We have a full money back guarantee, and people still come because hopefully we're providing value. So that's something that you guys may want to consider, because you can look here and it may look like I have multiple streams of income, but they all came from reselling. So I'm going to give you guys a couple of updates. In my warehouse tomorrow, I'm going to be putting together these 10 shelves down here. I'm pretty excited to show you guys the new warehouse tour, because a few months ago when I moved in February, I was an all rack system. Now, 6 months later, I don't use racks anymore. So it just depends on what your business is doing and what kind of product you have in. Our podcast today was about asking top resellers what works, right? What's working, and what's working for me is not using racks. So as crazy as it is, all the racks coming in, now I don't use racks anymore, but it doesn't mean that I won't use racks in the future. It just depends on what kind of inventory you get in. So a lot of people are wondering, should I do shelves? Should I do racks? Depends on your inventory system. In my warehouse, you guys know I have a little Poshmark room. I'll give you guys a quick Poshmark update. I'm currently averaging, let me refresh this and see if I got any sales. I did. So $2,600 the first 3 days is almost $900 a day. My goal on Poshmark is to do 1,000 per day this month. I would like to do 30,000 in sales on Poshmark, not including shipping, and then also make $17,000 profit this month on Poshmark. I don't know if I can do that. I'm not too far off. I am going to add in a couple of lives to try to meet my goal, because I don't know if I can do a fixed price only. And then I had 15 garbage items in my store, and I'm down to 7. So in the first couple of days, I was already able to remove and sell 8 of the items in my store by just discounting them. So pretty exciting. I just have these few items left, and this shirt I moved back up to $15 because I'm going to try to sell it locally to somebody for like a couple bucks a shirt. So hopefully that will work out. So Poshmark has been doing good. I'm at 900 a day. Hopefully I can get to $1,000 a day pretty soon. And the warehouse, once these shelves are up, it's going to really affect my Whatnot. So for my Whatnot update this week, is the first week of the month, I'm trending $30,000 this week. To give you guys an idea, this number is after fees and after shipping. So if you are comparing it to eBay, it's a little bit different. But my Whatnot, I really want to be in the 60K range. So it's not where I want to be. I'm about half, and a lot of the reasoning is because the sorting is taking too long. So this new green section that I'm putting in tomorrow is my goal, to put up all 10 of these shelves. My sorting will improve by a lot, and hopefully I can get a little bit more organized and actually be able to reach my goal, which is 60K a week. I've done 60K per week, but the problem is, just like on eBay, it's so messy after I do that many in sales, I can't do it the next week. So I don't know if you guys had that problem, but it's not just about doing it one time. You've got to do it every week. My system is only set up to do about 30,000 a week, and we can always hit that, but trying to do more always makes it very difficult. And then wholesale, I've been selling at dailyrefinement.com/wholesale, and my sales this month are at 11,000 for the last 30 days, which is not bad. It's starting to increase. My goal for wholesale is 3,000 a day. And just because the margins on wholesale is really low, so you don't make, sometimes you only make 5% on a wholesale deal, because you got to make it so the people ordering from you can make money when they sell the items again. So, and ideally you just want like the same 5 people buying from you every week. That way you don't need to go find new customers. But in order to do that, they have to make enough money to reorder from you. So that's been a challenge. I'm still working on the wholesale part, and I don't know if that is my wholesale part of my business is gonna be profitable, or it's just, grouping a bunch of items that I have difficulty selling quickly for what I paid for them, or a little loss just to get them out of my space. If you guys look at my warehouse space that I have designed, this yellow space is empty. So if you add up all the yellow squares, more than half of my space would be empty, which I like. I like walking around, not bumping into things. Like this big center section here is ridiculous. It's so big. It's honestly as big as my house, the area in the middle that doesn't have anything in it. So it's just really nice to walk through there, and it doesn't have that. I added 2 air purifiers because it's really dusty, and I'm gonna add in sweeping to the end of every single day. Also, I am going to try and hire a warehouse manager. So I'm thinking, I'm not 100%. I haven't flushed this idea completely out, but right now, you guys know Taylor from the group is helping me do shipping, and it's so helpful. So because we have 1,000 pounds of packages a day, it's pretty physical to get them ready. So I'm thinking garbage. I have 3 different people who come and pick up for recycling. So I want to make sure the coordination is correct. Once a week to do recycling, it's like a lot of waste in the reselling business. Inbound packages is also a concern. So now I haven't shared what it looks like yet, but I bought a forklift. So receiving packages off of trucks is somewhat dangerous. The forklift that I got is a counterbalance unit, and you could actually hurt yourself pretty bad if you don't know what you're doing. So I'm only the only person that can use the forklift, which I only have so much time in the day. So I think I'd like my warehouse manager to be certified in using my forklift so they can unload the boxes from the trucks when they come in. And also, I might need a second pallet jack because it's really efficient since I have to park the semi truck on the street to unload it. It'd be nice to have one pallet jack in the truck pulling the item to the edge because the truck drivers don't help. In these semi trucks, they don't have lift gates. So truck pulls in. I ideally would have somebody in the truck pulling it to the edge. The forklift takes it off of the truck, and my other forklift pulls it in. It's an annoying 3-person job, but it only takes about 20 minutes to unload a truck, which is not bad. Unloading an entire semi truck is around 26 pallets, so it's like literally less than a minute per pallet to get it off. Roll it to the edge, forklift takes it off. Roll it to the edge, forklift takes it off. And so potentially a warehouse update, somebody that can, lift, I would say like 50 to 100 pounds, somebody that's kind of strong to do that. And so because I have pallets, I have big heavy boxes, tons of shipments, it's physical. So trying to figure out how to make that into a full-time job, because when I add up all the hours of doing that, it's like only 10 hours a week. So I need to figure out, is the warehouse manager gonna have a different role? Because I don't know if I can find somebody for 10 hours a week. That doesn't seem like a real job. Right now, I'm the warehouse manager. I unload everything, reload everything, and now Taylor's been helping me a bit, but it's hard to scale. Okay, another thought. And thank you guys for listening to me ramble. The final thought is I kind of want to 10x this because I'm thinking, why not? I'm watching YouTube, I'm seeing people that are making a lot. And of course, there are people who are struggling. There are people that are not doing well. I would say more people struggle than people who are doing well. But I'm not really paying attention to those people. I want to see what's possible for myself. So could I 10x this? Could I get my coaching group from 2,638 people to 30,000 people? Could I go from Poshmark 1,000 a day to 10,000 a day? And I don't even know if I want that. I'm just curious, could I? Do I have the right mentality? And back to our whole balance thing. Currently, I have 2 young babies. I have 3 businesses. I pay out 25 different people every single month, which is a lot. Not all these people rely on me for their full income, but that's still a lot of people who get a paycheck from me. My business currently takes I'd say it costs $6,000 a day to operate. So that's seems like a lot going on. And then my sleep, according to my Oura Ring and my Fitbit and my Whoop, because I'm tracking my sleep, because a lot of people say that sleep is super important. I'm currently at about 80% of optimal on sleeping, because it's not just about how much time you're in bed, it's about the quality of your sleep, which is pretty complicated. You got to eat right, you got to exercise, you have to be mentally very active in order to sleep properly. I don't know if you guys know that, but if you sleep too much, it can be a sign of depression, anxiety. There's a whole bunch of problems from sleeping too much too. So I think ideal sleeping for most people is between 6 and 8.5 hours. So I'm working on trying to get a perfect 100 sleep score, like LeBron James. He is able to get a perfect sleep score. So I also want that. And LeBron James is pretty successful. So if he can get a perfect sleep score, why can't I get a perfect sleep score? Right? So that's important to me. Health is important. I want to be around for my kids as long as possible. But I hear people saying that, can you really do it all? I don't know. I can tell you for sure that trying to take care of myself, this comes from a conversation with Tech and Sports, it's very difficult if you're trying to be the best at what you do. If you're trying to be the best at what you do, a lot of things fall by the wayside. So it's going to sound weird, but I can't do the best that I can do because I also want to be the best dad, a best husband, and I want to take care of myself. So that means those all subtract from trying to be the best business person, because to be the best business person, I would have to put more time in. It's kind of a weird conundrum, because where does it end? Where do you just call it and then you're balanced, right? I keep changing this because I'm not satisfied. At one point, I was trying to make $100,000 a year, right? And now I could make $100,000 in a day in sales. So it's kind of disorienting, because it's like, am I there yet? So appreciate you guys watching. I'm gonna try to document every single day this month. Just give you guys my raw thoughts. None of these videos are edited; they're just my raw thinking. So appreciate you guys. I'll see you next time.